When we talk about grief, most people think we're talking about the person that we lost. Because for most of us, that's who we're talking about. I lost Austin. I lost Donovan. I lost Sharon. I lost my dad. For most people, they think we're talking about the who. And for most of us, we are. We are talking about the who. But here's the part they don't tell you underneath just the who, what you're never prepared for. And it's how much your grief takes away from you. It doesn't just take your person. It didn't just take Austin. It didn't just take Sharon. It took the way I laughed. It took the way I walked into the room with confidence. It takes away the comfort of knowing that everything was going to be okay. Knowing that everyone was on my side, that people had my back. When I lost my best friend, yeah, I had my husband. I had my children, and they were young adults. But who had my back like her? It takes the little things that a lot of people get shocked by: your appetite, your sleep, your joy, your ability to enjoy. And for a while, it feels like it might take you out too. Grief is a thief. It comes in the night like a thief, and she takes it with her. And she doesn't just break you, she breaks your chest wide open, and she rearranges your entire inside. Let's start with the obvious. She takes your energy. It is not uncommon for us to have no energy. Suddenly getting out of bed feels like the biggest task in the world. I'm not doing those dishes. I'm not doing that laundry. I can't even begin to tell you how many grievers I've met with. And they're like, Sharon, I haven't taken a shower in 3 weeks. I haven't brushed my teeth. So don't. Who am I to tell you to brush your teeth? It's not bothering me. And I'm sure it's not bothering other people out there. Don't do it. Because you know what I know? I know it feels impossible to take your clothes off, turn the shower on, and get in there. And friends, that's not lazy. That is that your energy has been completely taken, stripped from you. You are grieving. Your body is fighting to keep going through the deepest pain it's ever known. It's not just emotional, grief is also physical. It changes your brain. It changes your brain's activity. It changes the way you see things in the world, the way you feel things in the world. It drains your nervous system and forces your body to run on empty. Grief takes things that you didn't know, it steals them in the night. Let me ask you this: what is something that used to be easy but now feels so exhausting in your grief? Laundry? Cooking? Ugh. Putting gas in the car? Going to the grocery store? Homework? Man, those are crazy on a regular day. Now add grief on top of it. Tell me that it doesn't get hard. Tell me that that's not hard. Grief takes motivation. It takes your energy, it takes your motivation. Even the things you used to love to do. I love getting up in the morning when nobody is awake and have coffee by myself. I love knitting in the corner, especially on cold winter nights. I'd light the fireplace, I'd grab my knitting needles and my yarn, and I would just sit over there and knit. Your motivation for your goals start to become meaningless now. People around you don't get it. They expected you to get back to life. But how can you go back to doing something that no longer fits? When you're grieving, it's not just that you don't care, it's that your brain is trying to protect you. And so it starts focusing on survival instead of other things like knitting. And anything that isn't about survival just doesn't have the energy that it used to because there's no space for it. Even having that steak dinner. Here's my question for you. What's something you used to enjoy, but it only feels numb now that you can't even go after it? You don't even want to do it anymore. Grief takes your energy, it takes your motivation. You know what else she robs you of? She'll rob you of sleep. I know that the night times are the hardest, that when everything quiets down, the pain gets louder. Hear me out, friends. It's not that the pain gets louder, it's that you can hear the thoughts that have been distracting you. How can I do this? I can't do this without him. I can't do this. Why? Why, God? Why me? Why now? Why my child? As the pain, the quiet starts to settle in, the, the thoughts get louder. Every thought is accompanied by a painful emotion. So you lie in bed, you're thinking, you're remembering, and you're acting. Maybe you fall asleep only to wake up in tears. Maybe your mind starts to replay every moment you have left. You're tired. You need rest. You can't sleep. Even if you lay down to take a nap, you might have a nightmare and you jump right up. Your body won't let you do it. You keep seeing visions of him. That's grief, my friends. That is grief. She comes in like the night. She steals your energy. She takes your motivation and she takes your sleep. She also takes your confidence. The confidence of the way you walked in the room and just knew you were going to be in command. You were going to control it. Nobody was going to ask you anything because you had the answer and you knew you could stand on your own. But you start questioning yourself. Am I doing this right? Why can't I hold it all together? Why do I feel so broken? Why am I questioning? Why am I second guessing myself? You forget things. You space out. You lose your train of thought. And you beat yourself up for not being stronger. How can I not have known the answer to that? I couldn't even think of the word. You beat yourself up for not being stronger. It's not a character flaw, my friends. It is what grief is doing to your body and your nervous system. It is playing havoc with that. Your focus is broken. It shakes your identity. It leaves you feeling unsure of everything, even who you are. Have you found yourself feeling like a stranger in your own life? Grief takes your energy, takes your motivation, takes your confidence, it takes your sleep. Does all of those, friends, and much more. It even takes your peace. The peace that you knew everything was okay. You know that peace that you would wake up in the morning and you would just yawn? Oh, what day is it? What do I have to do today? Oh, yeah, today's trash day. I got to take the trash out. I'm going to meet Sarah for lunch. I got to pick up the kids early because they only have a half day. Oh, look at the sunshine. It's going to be a beautiful day. That inner calm you once had, that ability to feel safe in your own body, girl, that's gone. It's gone. Not forever, but for right now. Everything feels uncertain. You're hyper aware. You are on edge. You are scared something else will happen. This is your nervous system on high alert. When the world falls apart, your body stays braced for the next hit. You're ready. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now? Not only that, in the beginning stages, you're getting bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news. You have questions that are unanswered. You can't fill in the blanks. You can't fill in the timeline. Your brain is searching for answers that it doesn't have. That is not peaceful. Grief doesn't just break your heart, it tells your body, we're not safe anymore. And that one sentence, we're not safe anymore, sticks. And it sticks for a while. What do you feel most about the way your body and mind felt before the grief? What do you miss most? What do you miss most about that? Not feel. What do you miss most about it? Grief takes your peace. It takes your sleep. It takes your motivation. It takes your energy. And it takes your confidence. She is no joke, my friends. She comes in like the night and she robs you of so much. That's why we don't know what to do with the grief. All of these things that I'm talking about are happening at one time, all in different ways to different people, but it's happening. She also steals your world. You were a wife. You were the daughter. You were the best friend. You were the parent. It feels like you have had your role stolen. You have not. You are still the wife. You are the daughter. And you are the best friend. But you have this sense of, where do I belong? Where do I belong in this world? The world is moving on around me and it is spinning and I can feel every aspect of it. But you're left trying to figure out, who am I now? Who am I now after the loss? The loss of identity is one of grief's deepest cuts. Man, and she cuts this one deep. It's not just about missing them, it's about missing you, the version of you that exists, this version of you that used to exist. Who were you when you existed in their presence, and who are you now? She steals your world. She steals your peace. She steals your confidence, your sleep, your motivation, and your energy. But just like that, when she comes into the night, like a robber, she steals your patience. You'll snap at anyone. You'll bite their head off. You can't control fake conversations. You can't even tolerate them, let alone control them. You not control them. You can't tolerate them. Surface level friendships are people who say the wrong thing. You feel raw. You feel exposed. And anything can make you feel like it's too much. You're angry all the time. You're mad. You're mad at the world. You're mad at the people that still have children. You're mad at the people that never had children. You're mad at God. You're mad at the fact that they don't see the boundaries you need to set. You're mad at all the things they're saying. You're just mad. You're angry. You're tired. It's all of those things together. And then you go off on them. You absolutely go off on them. That's the moment that grief is drawing the lines. It draws the boundary lines that you haven't learned how to speak, and you've been trying to tell them to back off and they're not listening. You just go off on them. You go off by crying, screaming, yelling, all the things. Grief takes your patience, takes your peace, takes your identity, takes your confidence, your motivation, your sleep, and your energy. She robbed you of that a long time ago. Hear me out, friends, when I tell you, she also took your future. When she came in and it was like a black smoke that just blew over you. You didn't get to see the smoke, but she just covered you ever so softly. She took the version of your future that you thought you were going to have, the plans, the hopes, the dreams, the expectations. They all look different now without your person. Without your person here in the picture and able to do things with them, they look different now. And when they left, so did your story. The story you had written in your mind. We were going to get a motorhome and travel all over the United States. And now you're stuck between what was and what was supposed to be. This is where a lot of grievers get stuck. We're not just grieving our past. We're not just grieving our present, the loss of them. We're also grieving the future. And sometimes that is just too much to bear. What will happen now? What will happen to me now? What future moments do you find yourself grieving? She takes your future, your patience, your confidence, your world, your identity, your sleep, your motivation, and your energy. She also takes your sense of control. Your sense of control. I was able to hold it all together, and now I feel out of control. Was control always an illusion? It makes me afraid. Will I ever get close again? Will I ever have hope? I'm afraid to have hope. Will I ever believe? I'm afraid to believe. But when grief takes someone you love, it makes you realize just how fragile everything is. Have you noticed yourself trying to regain control in areas of your life that all seem out of control since they left? Yeah. Yep. She takes your sense of control. She takes your future, your patience, your world, your motivation, your peace, your confidence, your sleep, and your energy. She's a son of a bitch, let me tell you. She also takes your voice. For many, the pain is so deep that we can't even speak. We just sit in silence. First of all, we can't say their name. Sometimes we can't say what happened. For many of us, we can't say they died. We can only say they passed away. A lot of us stop talking about the grief because we don't have anywhere to lay it. The grief now seems like it's a burden to everyone, so we don't talk about it. I don't want to hear more cliches about just give it time, keep busy, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I don't want to hear that crap. So you don't know how to help me, so I'm not going to talk about it to you. I smile when you need me to, and I'll suffer alone. I will become selfish with this grief because I don't want to share it with you. The silence is not going to heal me, and I get that, but I don't want to share it with you. What part of your grief have you kept hidden? What part are you not talking about? Grief takes your voice. She takes your sense of control. She takes your future. She takes your patience. She takes your identity, your peace, your confidence, your motivation, your energy, and your sleep. And also, she takes your sense of time. You can't remember what day it is. You don't know how long you've been since the last time you took a shower. You don't know how long it's been since the loss. Everything seems like it's going really, really fast. And yet you pick your head up and it's actually going really slow. Everything about this life feels different now. This is what grief does to you. It breaks the timeline. You feel stuck at that one moment, the moment where everything changed. With the moment where everything changed, your life now became the before and the after, and you're stuck right here in that moment. Have you experienced the time difference since your loss? How time moves fast and it moves slow? For some of you are saying, oh my God, I can't believe it's been 6 months. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 3 years. Friends, this year we are saying, I can't believe it's been 19 years for Austin. It seems like he just died. It seems like he just passed away. For some of us, we're saying, I can't believe it's been 10 years. Unbelievable. But here's the thing, friends. She takes your sense of time. She takes your voice. She absolutely takes your sense of control. She takes your joy. She takes your future, your patience, your motivation, your sleep, your identity, your confidence, your energy. She comes in like the night and robs you without any warning. But I want to tell you this, and this is the absolute truth. You can take all of this back. You can take it back. No one tells you that because they have lied to us. They have lied to us about this grief. No, my friends, you can't have your person back. And I'm so sorry. If that was my ability, I would give it to you. You can't have your person back, but you can have the exact version of your life that you had. You can have your energy back. You can have your voice back, your identity, and your joy. You can reclaim those pieces one breath at a time. Grief may have stolen from you, but healing is up to you. It starts by naming what was taken, not just your person and not just their name, but all of the things underneath, all of the secondary losses that no one has talked about. It continues by you choosing to feel. It deepens when you find safe spaces to grieve, when you learn how to speak this grief, when you remember and you rebuild what you've lost. And that's what we do inside of the Grief Healing Weekend Intensive. We stop pretending we're fine. We stop stuffing it down. We stop settling for just surviving. We gather, we feel it, we speak, we cry, and we remember and we reclaim our life. This isn't about going back. It's about going forward with your grief fully seen, your pain fully acknowledged, your healing fully supported. If you've been waiting for a sign that it's time for you to start healing, this is it. This is your sign, my friends. You are allowed to want more than just survival. You were not given a life sentence when your person died. You are allowed to reclaim the pieces that grief took from you. You are allowed to grieve out loud and still choose life. Come spend the weekend with us, with me and Erica, as we walk you through what it means to absolutely go after this brokenness. Let's take a look at what grief really tried to steal from you. Click the link below and find all the details. I'm honored to have you here with me, and I'll be happy to see you at the weekend. Thank you, friends.